Christenacious.
Yes, shit, baby.
Welcome to the show, mate.
Thank you very much, bro. Pleasure to be here.
We met not that long ago. It was only, I'd say a couple of months ago, right?
Yeah, in the gym.
In the gym, just down the road, just a chance encounter. I think you approached me at the time.
I did.
And you said to me, aren't you that barber from social media?
Yeah, I did. I'll never forget it. That day there was a big changing point in my life. And everything that I've done from that is because of you.
Man, that's very humbling, man.
Honest. It's honestly the truth. Because when I asked you, I remember asking you, I'm like, bro, how did you do it? And you go, bro, like, don't give a... Can I swear?
Of course, man.
Okay, swear.
Be you, bro.
Because I've got a bad habit of swearing. I'm like, bro, how did you do it? Like, how did you get that much following behind you? You're like, bro, just don't care what other people think about you. And like me, I don't give a fuck what people think about me. And that thing inside me was already gone. You're like, bro, just post and be relentless about it. And relentless is my middle name, bro. I don't care. So fast, I was going through a little bit of a tough time at that moment when I met you, and you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. And like, I think it was like maybe a couple of months ago now. I'm like, you know what? I thought about you. I'm like, I'm fucking doing it, and this is when my life is gonna change. I did it. I posted that fucking stupid video of me in the car. Boom, 850,000 views later, and then ever since then, like, a lot of good things have happened. And like at that time when I was going through a rough time, because I'm a very religious person, right now especially, I got down on my hands and knees, vulnerable asked God, bro, take out all the people that no longer serve me and bring me people that are there for me and they're going to guide me into the right direction. Relationships fell apart, friendships fell apart, and all these great people started coming into my life. I reunited with you, one, Chris the Barber, George Mass, and two of my best friends like Adam and Moe. They changed my life completely. Absolutely changed my life completely when it came, because I train with them pretty much every day. Probably not now because of Ramadan, but because they're training at 1:30 in the morning, I can't do that, you know. But yeah, a lot has happened and a lot has changed.
One fucking video. I mean, it's true what they say, you know, all it takes is one video to change your life.
Yeah. And like, Eva Athletic signed me. Shout out to Eva Athletic. Thank you so much. They signed me. Taj Grooming signed me, and I've got a couple of other things that's coming up in the mix, but it's changed. A lot's changed. You know?
One thing I've noticed about you, and I noticed it very quickly when I met you that day at the gym, is I feel like you wear your heart on your sleeve. Oh, you know,
it's
you're
right
very.
It's right there.
You're a very loving guy. I feel.
Very.
I feel like you got a love to give.
A lot.
To the people that are in your life and around you, and I kind of got the sense that you've had a lot of heartache as well throughout your life.
It's taken a lot of pain and violence to become this person that I am today. A lot.
One thing I want to get into with you today is I want to know a little bit about your past. Yeah. You know, I want the people to know
100%
how Chris became Chris.
Okay.
And who he is today.
All right.
Because I know, as I said, you know, just by meeting you and speaking to you for that, you know, 10 minutes that first time, I knew you had a story. I knew you have something that has shaped you into who you are today. Yeah. So, were you born and raised in Sydney?
Born and raised in Sydney by two beautiful Greek parents. I got a younger brother. Yeah, but it didn't stop me from going down avenues that I shouldn't have, especially at a young age.
Tell me about your childhood.
My childhood?
Tell me about your childhood.
I was never deprived of anything. I had everything. PlayStations, soccer balls. I was never... My dad, still to today, God bless him, 64 years old, still works 2 jobs, works in the middle, wakes up at 11 o'clock at night, comes home 3 or 4 o'clock the next day. 64. He's the hardest worker. My mum, same thing. She works a lot. We grew up at my grandmother's house because both my parents were working. So I was never deprived of anything as a kid. I come from a great family, and it didn't stop me from going down avenues that I shouldn't have. And it all started when I got kicked out of school. When I got kicked out of school, I started hanging out with the wrong crowds.
How old were you when you were kicked out of school?
15.
15?
Yeah.
What happened?
Smoking cones in the back oval. Getting into fights. Jigging school
Just
a lot.
a combination of things.
Yeah. But I was playing rugby league at that time, and they told me, when they kicked me out of school, my mum was sitting there next to me. I told my mum, I don't want to go to school anymore. I fucking hate it. I hate putting my head in a book. I hate it. She goes, you're going to year 11 and 12 whether you like it or not. La, la, la. I'm like, Mum, I'm not going to go. She goes, you're fucking going whether you like it or not. And my mum is a very tough lady. Like, see those videos that I make with my mum? That's all real, bro. That's not acting. That's the water, the slaps across the head. That's my mum, bro. Anyway,
I love
yeah,
videos,
bro, my
by the
mum's
way.
crazy,
They're
bro. So it was me, my deputy principal, and she's like, Christos has not turned up to any class. We've caught him in the back oval doing some bad things, this and that, and yada, 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 yada. He goes, he either has two options. It's either he leaves or he gets expelled. Mum looks at him, she goes, what kind of option is that? And she goes, but whatever the choice is, can he still play rugby league for the school? My mum looks at him, she's like, you're off your head, mate. She goes,
Really?
Christos, pack your stuff, let's go.
Really?
Yeah.
So they wanted you gone, but they still wanted you
to
part
play
of the
rugby
team.
league for the school.
Wow.
Yeah. So they wanted me to go out and go fend for myself, but still play rugby league for the school. Mum goes, my son's not playing for you. Get out of it. See you later. And we left. I thought I was going to go home and cop it by my dad. But my dad, I'll never forget what my father said to me. He goes, son, sit down. He used to say, because I was a bigger boy, a fatter boy back then, he goes, Eladon mikre. In Greek, when you say, there's funny things that you say, he goes, Eladon mikre. Mikre means, come here, small boy, but you do the opposite. He goes, sit down. He goes, I'm going to tell you one thing now and one thing only. He goes, it's a cruel world out there. You don't know what the fuck's going to happen, but welcome to the major leagues. He goes to me, he goes, now go out and fend for yourself, go find a job. A week later, I was in construction.
Wow.
1 week later, out, see you later, working.
It's a very different approach to what most of our walk dads
I
would
thought
have
I
done.
was going to go home and cop a belting. But he goes, Christos, now it's a cruel world out there, buddy.
It's on you, essentially.
It's you. And if you don't have a job within 2 weeks, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Within 4 or 5 days, I had a job. And I went to work, bro. And I've worked ever since.
So you got into construction at the age of 15?
15,
When you say construction,
I'm concrete.
Concrete.
Yeah.
Concrete.
So concrete, hopefully not for much longer, but yeah, I've been doing concrete for almost 15 years. I'm 30 now, so yeah.
How was that change back then, going from full-time school to all of a sudden you're doing concrete, you're in the construction industry, you're getting yelled at, you're getting screamed at?
I grew up, especially now, I've seen the young kids at the company that I work for now. I see young kids that come into the company. I'm like, bro, you got it so good. I'll never forget this bloke. His name was JAYWALK. One of the hardest bosses I ever had in my life. You didn't move your ass, he would throw timber pegs at you from across the slab. He was one of those old school Italians. You have to move your ass. You don't move your ass, what am I paying you for? That's what it was like, you know. So I grew up in a time where it was a lot harder to what it is now. You would come to work now, all you have to do is sit behind and just get by, and you're doing all right. That didn't happen when I was growing up. It was tough. You had to work harder for your money, you know. But that built a lot of character for me as well, because it made me a good worker. It made me, at that time that I didn't have discipline in school, it brought me discipline outside of life.
It instilled a bit of work ethic in you.
Yeah, and I obviously always had that work ethic from my father. That's one thing that me and my father do have in common, is that we're both hard workers. And I'm a very, very hard worker. Even now, sometimes I'll wake up at 4, 5 o'clock in the morning and I won't get home till 10:30 at night. And I still got to go to the gym. I still got to do my cardio. I still got to meal prep. One time, I got home at 11 o'clock at night, and my dad's getting ready to go to work. I'm having a shower. I'm having something to eat. He goes, bro, where you going? Go to bed. He goes, I'm not going to fucking bed. I'm going to the gym. He goes, why? I'm like, because it's hard, and and it's bad, like it's like, okay, maybe I should be going to sleep. I'm that type of person. Everything that I've ever done in my life is 180%. Whether it was the life that I used to live, whether it was taking drugs, whether it was boxing, whether no matter what it was, I done it 180 fucking percent. There was no. He goes, go to sleep, bro. You got work tomorrow at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, Dad, life doesn't stop. I got to keep pushing through this. I need to do this. He goes, you're fucked. And I'm pack my shit, go to the gym. And that was when I met you, I was doing my cut as well. So I'll train for an hour, then I got to do it now on the treadmill. So think about it. I'll drive from my house to here. It'll be what, 11:30, train to 12:30, do cardio to 1:30, meal prep for the next day. What time am I sleeping, Bill?
3 a.m.
Thank you. I have to be up in 2 hours. That's the type of mentality I have, just because it's hard, and I've gone through hard shit my whole life. But I did also used to play victim when I was younger as well. I never used to want to do anything, this and that and the other. But now that I live my life, now when it's hard, I work the best now when I'm when I've been fucked over, when shit's going hard. That's where I feel like I'm most dangerous, because I don't give up. That's why I have Tenacious in my last name on Instagram, because there's a lot of things that I do that not many people do. Imagine like waking up 2 hours of sleep. You're like that. You're going to work, doing the same thing all over again. And imagine you finish at 9:30, 10 o'clock again the next day. And you got to back it up again the whole next day.
I can definitely see the work ethic that you've got instilled in you today.
Yeah.
It obviously didn't happen overnight. It's something that, you've shaped yourself into over the years. You keep bringing up your past and, the things you used to get up to and what you did. And talk to us about that a little bit.
All right. Well, as I kicked out of school, I started smoking pot and this and that, and started hanging out with the wrong crowds, and one crowd led into another bad crowd, another crowd led into another bad crowd. So from the ages of like 15, 16, all the way to like 24, 25, it was just fucking mayhem. I probably have shortened my parents' life by fucking 5 to 10 years minimum. Like, when I decided to go down that road, it was a road that taught me a lot of lessons. So, like,
You say decided though. What do you mean by decided to go down that road?
because it's a choice.
Why would you decide to go down that road?
When you're young, I feel like there's I think most males, especially in this area or in our area or in neighboring areas, whether it's Bankstown, Yagoona, whatever it is, I feel like there's a point in your life when you are growing up and you have mates that are selling drugs, or they're hanging out with the gangsters, and there's a part of you especially as a masculine man, you want to be a part of that. And I chose to be a part of that. And I came from a family, like, when you say like, oh, people that come from broken homes end up going down those avenues. No, it wasn't like that for me. I chose to take that road. It's a choice. But even if you do come from a broken home, that's a fucking choice too. You can't sugarcoat that.
What was appealing about it though? Because it seems like you had a really good upbringing.
I did.
You grew up in a loving home.
I just love that. I love that. How can I explain it to you? Like, you walk into a room, you're like, oh, this guy's done this, and this, or
So it's not even a money thing.
Nah, fuck the money. What you think I got any of the money of the shit that I used to do? It's all gone. Like, if you're smart, if you want to live that life, all right, you want to live by the sword, you're gonna die by it too. And I no longer live that life. That life is absolutely as far away as it possibly can for me. But in saying that life there is just like, you're hanging out with a bunch of boys that you're all on the same page. I have a thing for brotherhood, bro. And now I'm feeling the most brotherhood that I'm in right now. And it's not in crime. It's got to do with around the gym. But that, for me, that brotherhood, that if something happens, you have each other's backs.
So you just felt like you wanted to be a part of something.
Yeah, definitely. And like, I like the fact that like, oh, it's a dog eats dog world out there, but too. But I feel like when drama's about to hit, like, or something like that. Like your boys got your back, or you think they got your back anyway, because the people that you think got your back don't necessarily have your back at the end of the day. I learned that as well. But yeah, it's definitely a fucking choice. It's not something that you're pushed to go do.
Was there a specific group of people that you were hanging out with that kind of brought you into that scene, or did you go looking for it?
I think I went looking for it. Honestly, I did. It's not something that just fell on your lap. So it's not something that happens. I think you go looking for people that are on the same page. Like now that I'm living my life in peace, and I ask God to guide me to bring these people in. Like I live in a way where like you just like I said to you, it's a fucking choice, and you can't run away from it, because you'll find it at the end of the day. You want to do something, it's coming to you regardless. It's gonna happen.
So at what age did it really start to go bad?
Oh, fucking 21, 22, 23. Because that's when the drugs started to get a lot heavier. Because...
Using drugs?
Using.
Not selling?
Both. Both. But when the drugs started to like I always smoked pot. I used to love smoking weed. But when it got really, really bad, is when I started losing friends. And some of the moments that I had lived, especially at a young age, like...
It can't have been just weed though.
And it was rack, it was prescriptions and shit like that. And there was all of that stuff. So it wasn't... Especially the Zhej, fuck, the rack was... I fucked that shit up. But anyway, it's a story for a little bit later. So by the age of 22, I had buried 4 best friends. 4 good mates. So two of them got killed, and 2 of them committed suicide.
Wow.
So one of those scenarios, I held my best friend in my arms with his blood all over me. So my whole life, I never knew what it was like to feel pain being sober, like to feel and mourn somebody's death. So no matter what happened in my life, it would always mask with drugs. The majority of the pot and the prescriptions. I never used to feel pain for 10 years. I never felt emotions, or 13 years, over a decade. I never felt what it was like to be upset, to have emotions and to feel those emotions, because I'd always mask it with drugs. And that for me was that hit me hard, because it pushed me down an avenue even further. When I held my best friend in my arms, and he had his blood all over him, and I'm holding him here, and I'm bawling my eyes out. Not only did I have to cop that, I needed to explain to his parents how he died. So imagine me being on the blower now, because his parents were overseas at that time. Being on the blower now, saying, oh, like, so-and-so, your son's dead. I'm not going to get into detail how he died, but he's passed away, this and that and the other. Like me, as a 18, 19-year-old kid, you're a fucking kid. You've just experienced that, and you got to explain to his parents how he died. Imagine what was going through my head at that time. I was lost.
That's a lot for an 18, 19-year-old.
I was a fucking child. I was a fucking child, bro. An 18, 19-year-old kid, man, you're a kid. You're not an adult. Just because you can go out and drink whatever, you are not an adult. I believe you turn to be an adult, and a full adult is when you're 25. From those years, 18 to 25, you're still a kid, especially for a male. Women grow up a lot quicker than men, you know. But that was a hard moment in my life. And then so like by the age of 22, I had buried more friends than what I had family members. You know, especially suicide. And one of the suicides happened over a female.
Over a female?
Over a female. And he just couldn't handle it anymore and just offed himself. Obviously, it wasn't just a female. It was probably the drugs he was taking, this and that. He just couldn't handle it, bro. Now, I understand. I get the suicide thing, because I've put myself there too, you know. But yeah, it was tough, bro. But like I said, bro, I chose to live that way. And it wasn't like I couldn't go to my mum and say, my friend died. Oh, how did he die, Christos? I'm going to tell my mum what actually happened. Oh, my mum will freak out. So I had to, everything that I've ever done in my life, I've had to deal with it myself. It was always me. It was always me copping it. It was always me dealing with things on my own. And like even now, like when it comes to like, let's say a female being in my life, and she wants to, like now I'm very good at expressing my emotions. Before, you're not getting nothing out of me because I was, that stigma around men, don't say how you feel, this and that and the other. Back then, I was heartless. I'll go through it and that's it, I'm going through it. And it'll be a tornado around me. Like I'll just break everything in my way without even realizing it because I'm dealing with it by myself instead of verbally letting out.
You mentioned suicide in regards to yourself just
Yeah.
a little earlier.
Yeah. That one, okay, I hope, I'm sorry, Mum, if you're watching this, 'cause I know you don't know this, but, all right. The day I decided to get off the drugs.
Was this after losing your mates?
Yeah. Honestly, it happened maybe when I was 24, 25. I can't really remember. By 25, I think it was 25. Sorry, it must have been later. I can't remember the actual time. It was a disgusting time in my life. Anyway, I decided to get off everything. From the pot to the prescriptions, to this, to that, everything. So I made the decision, we're going through this. Mind you, I had a broken ankle. And I was in pain. I was smoking a lot of pot and I was taking a lot of prescriptions for the pain. But I was going through something that at that time then too. It wasn't just the broken ankle. It was a lot of shit.
What were you going through?
I think I was dealing with a breakup at a time. The stress of not being able to go anywhere. And me being at home alone, not being able to move, that really ruined me. But when I decided to get off everything and say, you know what, I can't do this no more. It's fucking 13 years. I can't do it anymore. I'm done. Every minute, every fucking thing. So I decided to get off. But there's been times before that where like my mum's taken me to rehab and stuff like that. But I always kept on doing stuff after rehab, you know what I mean? Maybe not as aggressively, but that was a point in my life. I'm like, you know what? I'm done with everything. Everything. Get the out of my life. So when I decided to get off everything, sorry, bro.
Sorry, man. Take your
When I
time.
decided to get off everything, yeah, it's fucking hard. I'm like, yep, I'm doing it. And there's no going back. That's after playing victim for so long. Running away from my demons. Always like, my demons were always behind me. I never wanted to confront them because I was fucking scared to. Because you got to think how many years of abuse and pain is there and it's chasing after me. You know what I mean? So I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm stopping. It's not the first week. And this is me being at home with a broken ankle, going through shit as well. And now I'm like, okay, like, I'm starting to feel within the first week, not so bad. I was crutching myself into the gym and I'll be at the gym 2-3 times a day, imagine with a moon boot, crutches. And I've never trained the day before in my life before that. I only boxed. I boxed for 7 years, but it's a story for half time. So I'm crutching into the gym and I started to get sober. It's not the first week. It's not the second week. It was the third week where the drugs started like completely weaning out of your body.
Withdrawals.
The withdrawal started to happen because it's still there. Because pot stays in your hair for like 7 years. It stays in your bloodstream for like 2 weeks or something like that. And it stays in your, I think it's a bit longer than that, especially if you're chronically abusing it. It stays in your system for a long time. And even prescriptions as well. Drugs stay in your system for a long time. Just because you stop that day doesn't mean in a week or week and a half it's gone. It's still there, bro. So after the third and fourth week, I started to feel what's fucking normal, I started to feel emotion. I started to feel that yearning, that fucking feeling of, that gut-wrenching feeling of pain. And I never knew what pain was up until that moment, because every pain that I've gone through, every pain that I endeavored previous to that was all masked by drugs. And so I decided, so like that.
So this is the first time you felt
this
pain
is
in
like,
years.
this is like rehab. I got off the rack in rehab. Yeah, all right, no worries. I dealt with that. But when I got out, I still was smoking a bit of pot. It was still something there, bro. You know what I mean? Just done it to make my mum happy. But this, I'm like, you know what? This is not up for fucking negotiation. This is fucking happening, whether you like to accept it or not, Christos. So after that third or fourth week, I started to feel all these emotions. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is... I started to feel my mate's death from when I was a kid. That I thought that was those traumas were long gone. But let me tell you, it came back into my life like a towering inferno, but with impact. I started to feel my grandfather's death. I started to feel my uncle is overdose. I started to feel all these problems, all these things that I've been running away from, all coming to me at once. And I just didn't know how to deal with it. I was so freaked out. I didn't know, like, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't talk. I couldn't eat. I couldn't do nothing because I didn't know what to do with myself.
It's like it hit you like a train.
Like Mike Tyson was on the end of that punch, bro. Like, it was the most confronting feeling ever. And I saw this thing with Jordan Peterson, like, if you ever want change, the craziest thing ever. And when I was going through this, he says to grab a seat. So grab a chair, sit yourself in front of a mirror, but fairly close, and look at your pupils dead square in the eye. It's not you can't break contact from your eyeballs, yeah? It's not the first 2 minutes, it's not the third minute, it's not the fifth minute, it's not the 6th minute. But once you get to the certain point of a time threshold, looking into your own eyes, and you start asking yourself questions, but you have to answer them fucking truthfully. You want change, you got to answer them fucking truthfully. You can't just say, oh, you can't lie to yourself about it. I saw myself for what I truly was, bro, and that was a piece of fucking shit. I'm like, you are a fucking scum, brother. All the shit you put your parents through, all the shit you put people through, all the shit you put yourself through. And it was that confronting. I started like bawling my eyes out. The hairs on the back of my neck were standing up, because this is a very surreal moment. Because you got to think you're full of emotions. You want change. You want all these things. And you look at yourself in the mirror and you look at yourself and you're like, oh, I'm fucking disgusted in you.
It's almost like the first time you had taken accountability in years.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, and it was just all these emotions at once. I'm like, you know what? I lived with it with a couple of days, but I'm like, you know what? I can't fucking do this. I can't put myself through this anymore. This is fucking torture. Torture. I couldn't do it anymore. Even till today, I do go to this place when I'm feeling down and out, and I feel like when I'm trying to chase my dreams, especially now, and I'm going through something right now as we speak. I went there the other day to this point. You know where Watson's Bay is? Mm-hmm. You know, the gap? Mm-hmm. This is prior to all the fucking fence work, to all the fences and all these beautiful railings, and there's about 4 billion cameras up there now because everyone attempts suicide there. And mind you, prior to this, I was never religious as well. I used to completely look at my eyes away from religion. So I've gone there, first day, G myself up. And I was crying on the way there, crying while I was there. Now I'm G'ing myself up to do it. First day, it was, I'm sitting on this side of the railing and I'm looking and I'm doing them once. I'll never forget it. It's like it fucking happened yesterday. I was doing them once. I'm like, are you ready to do it? I'm like, no. First night, drove back home, crying all the way home.
So this was like a multiple attempt thing?
It wasn't a multiple attempt. It was G'ing myself up to do it. Second night, same thing. Driving there, bawling my eyes out. And then just going through the emotion, sitting down. But this time, on the other side of the fence. So there was like one day was a step closer. One day, the next, the step closer. The third day, no tears, not one shade of emotion. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Wow.
Now I'm over the fence. Now I'm looking down at the water now to the rock face. There's rocks and water, and you can hear the big waves coming. I always, when I'm in times of doubt, I hear those waves, bro, and I realize how far I've come as a human being and how proud of myself I should be, because there's not many people that have dealt with the things that I've gone through and been this far. So the third day, it was, yeah, I'm fucking ready. Let's do this, you know. So I've looked down, and I've looked up to the sky. I'll never forget this. I've looked down at the water. I've looked up in the sky. I said to myself, I know I haven't been the greatest person in my life. And I know I never believed in you, but if you're real, I'll see you in a couple of minutes. I'll never forget it. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. And when I put my foot over to go over, I can't explain to you the gust of wind that picked. I was 115 kilos of fat, mind you, as well. I've gone to lean forward, Billy. As I've leant forward, this gust of wind has literally picked me up. My whole 115 kilos fat ass literally picked me up and threw me back 2.5 meters. So here I am on my ass, looking up in the sky. I was just about to kill myself. My foot was over that edge, and this gust of wind has just fucking picked me up and threw me back 2.5 meters back. I looked up in the sky. I'm like, you don't want me to die yet, do you? And that was a day I surrendered my soul to God, completely and utterly.
Fuck, man, I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Just listening to that.
Yeah, that one there. Like even now, I'm shaking because I was ready to go, bro. That day, I was ready to go. And when I went over, and I was like, my body was like literally like this. Like I was on a 45-degree angle. I was ready to go. And as I've gone down, the gust of wind just picked me up 2.5 meters, bro. I ended up back there somewhere, and I'm just bawling my eyes out because I couldn't believe what's just happened. And that was the day I'm like, you know what, there's a God. Because there's been many times before it. I've overdosed 2 times in my life too. Completely dead. My brother saved me. One of my good mates has saved me. There was plenty of moments of God telling me, bro, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. You can't run away from me. I'm always going to protect you. And that's how I know there's something in me that I know that it's got to be spoken about to the world. And that's what I want to do in my life. I want to help people that have gone through shit like me. And that there was a big turning point in my life. That one was one of the greatest things to happen to me, and it brought me so much closer to God. And anyone that neglects religion, man, you gotta really, really sort yourself out. I don't give a fuck if you're Muslim, if you're Christian, if you're Catholic. If you have that in your life and it makes you a better person, bro, do it. Because when you think you're alone, like in times like that, when you think you're alone and you have no one to talk to, when you pray to God and you talk to God and you try to live your life in a righteous way, you're not alone, bro.
It's crazy, but like God generally gives us signs, multiple signs throughout our life.
It's up to you if you realize them or not.
And it's exactly what you said. It's up to you to realize it or not. But sometimes, you know, your surroundings or your situation or what you're going through, it almost blinds you.
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely, bro.
And it takes a specific moment.
That moment there was enough for me to realise that. Mate, he's the big boy's up there and he's watching you. You know, so I'm glad that's off my chest. Yeah, that was a hard one to say because not many people know that story. Like, my parents don't know that. My brother doesn't know that. Only people that people that know my story. There's only a couple of people that know my story. They know it, but now the world knows it.
I mean, the world world's a better place today with you in it, Christos. So
Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I'm glad you had your sign, and I'm glad you didn't go through.
I'm glad I didn't too, bro. Honestly,
because it's crazy how the world works.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's just because
at one moment you're at your lowest point ever in your life, and you think, I'm never going to be able to get out of this.
Yeah.
And your life can change so quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's one thing I think a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people that are going through the shit, that are going through the depression, that are going through the mental health issues, is the people that aren't going through it don't really understand it.
You know what it is as well, but I believe depression and stuff like that is a choice too, but you can't, this is the way I say it. If you're going to sit there in solitary confinement in your own bedroom, fucking upset, down, this, and you don't want to do nothing with it, then I'm sorry, you're honestly kissing your life goodbye.
Of course.
You got to think, if the fucking floor is cracking from underneath me, all right, and I'm stationary, what's going to happen, Billy?
You're going to fall right
You're going to fucking fall.
Yeah.
But if you take that one step, the next step, yeah, the floor's cracking from underneath you, but it's going to get to a point where you're going to be okay in the end of it.
And that's what I was touching on. When you're going through it, for a lot of people, it feels like the absolute end. You know, I'm never going to be able to get out of this.
Correct.
Your mind...
Correct.
Your mind conforms into a certain way of thinking.
Correct.
And it becomes extremely difficult to think about anything else other than the shit you're going through, the negativity, the dark clouds in your head.
Yeah.
And for the people that haven't gone through it, it's very hard for them to understand what's going on in your head.
There's only one piece of advice that...
It's very easy for people to look at you and say, hey man, it's in your head, just get over it.
Bro, how many times... this is... Okay. With all the shit that I've gone through in my life, go see a psychologist. That's the biggest fucking joke I've ever heard of in my life. Okay, I think about... Okay, the psychologist has his fucking keypad. No disrespect to psychologists either. I understand what you do, your profession, whatever. But I'm the type of person, a lot of people have said it, that I'm the type of person that says things that people don't want to say, but they don't want to say it. So think about a psychologist, right? He has a pen and paper. He puts you in that fucked up recliner, all right? And he's asking you a bunch of questions. What happened when you were younger? Oh, this, and this. And you know what? You got to answer the questions truthfully. Yeah, you can't like not answer them and just expect the bloke to work wonders. He's been through this. His mate died. He attempted suicide. Drug abuse. All this mumbo jumbo. You've told him, okay, what has happened in your past, and then he tells you, oh, I know what it is. What is it? Einstein? Oh, you've got, you have trauma. You have drug abuse. You have motherfucker, I know that. You're telling me something that I already know. But what he's doing is he's grabbing your problems, putting it out on a piece of paper and saying, this is what's wrong with you. Bro, I know what the fuck is wrong with me. I know, but you know what I think as well? How are you? Okay, you have just spent the past 4 to 5 years understanding how the brain works and stuff like that. But how the fuck am I going to listen to your advice if your head's been in a book for 5 years? Can you tell me how to deal with holding my best mate and my arm dead? Can you tell me how to deal with my suicide? Have you been suicidal before? Have you been a drug addict before? Have you been any of these things? How the fuck am I going to listen to you and say, oh, bro, you know what? Maybe you're right. For me, the greatest, if you're going through shit, you go ask people that's gone through fucking shit because they're going to tell you 1,000,001 ways to get out. I kind of wish that I had someone, me now, guiding me through what I was when I was younger. Just standing there next to me and guiding me through life. Don't do this, Christos. Don't do that, Christos. Or if I'm in times of struggle where I didn't want to speak to no cunt, he was there and you're like, bro, I'll teach you how to get out of this. And that's what I want to give to the world now. Because it's not the end, bro. It's never the end. It's only the end when you say it's the end. When I decided to get on that fucking cliff and I wanted to jump. So that for me, I believe a psychologist is bullshit. I believe in like being depressed, emotional. It's a fucking choice at the end of the day. If you want to sit there and wallow in your fucking sorrows, like even now, I'm going through something right now that, yeah, bro, my heart's broken into a million pieces. I'm fucking broken. But it doesn't stop me doing what I've got to do. It doesn't. I was the type of person back in the day, as soon as something bad happened, anchors go up. The floor's cracking from underneath you. I have this massive fall, and then it takes me 3 to 4 months, 6 months to get out of it. But if you could progressively one step out of fucking time, you're going to come out of that a lot quicker because your mind's busy. Okay, I've got to edit my videos. Like now, I've got to edit my videos. I've got to go to the gym. I don't party. This is me. Like my life now is so simple. I don't slip. You never catch me at a nightclub. Never catch me drinking, not even a fucking sip of alcohol. You never ever see me with a glass in my hand drinking alcohol. You never see me taking drugs. You never see me, I'm at home. I'm working on my dreams. I'm working on my business. I'm working on my goals. I don't need none of that stupid shit because it doesn't bring me any happiness. Where you think you're going to go find I don't even talk to girls, cunt. I'm at that point in my life, I don't even talk to girls. Because they're just, I can't deal with you right now. I'm at the gym, girls come up to me, fuck off, leave me alone, bro. I want to train. I'm here to do a job. I'm not here to fucking talk to you. You know what I mean? I can't handle that. Now I'm locked, and I'm broken, Bill. I'm talking to you now, and I'm shattered in a million pieces.
What are you going through?
It's not something I want to get into, really, honestly, because it happened. It happened a couple. It's fresh, and the easiest way I can put it is just when you think as quick as it came into your life, and you feel completely like ecstatic, like all these great emotions, and then just God goes, yeah, you know what? It's not for you yet. You're not ready for it yet. And it takes it away from you, and you're like, I thought this was a good thing.
Is this a relationship we're talking about?
Oh, situationship. Let's put it that way. It's hard. It was hard because it's not her fault and it's not mine either. And I think right now, if like I've asked some of my friends and they're like, Christos, because the way it's gone apart, I don't want to say too much. We've left it at a place where it's in God's hands now. And I asked my mates, oh, do you think this and this will happen, this and that? He goes, mate, one of my good friends, Figgy, fucking is a G. He goes out, he comes up to me and goes, man, if your sky is blue, the sky is blue. But if your sky is blue and her is red, it's not going to make purple, mate. It's not going to happen. Your sky's got to be blue and her sky's got to be blue for it to work. But it's life, bro. I'm not going to stop, put my anchors up, be upset, be miserable. I've got a job to do, bro. Time's money. I've got to keep working. I'm not going to stop. I can't afford to stop. If I stop now, I'm done. Okay, bro, be upset. Okay, bro. This is what I think men have this most misunderstanding as well. If you stop, nothing good comes from it. And a lot of people are like, oh, I'm upset. Oh, I'm down and out. Oh, I'm just going to not diet. I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm not going to go do this. And they start taking drugs with the boys and this and that. That's when boys get separated from the men. And I believe in times like that, like for me now, especially with everything that I've gone through, I work so much better when my life is in complete turmoil, when there's chaos. Because I use all those things that I've gone through in my life, I bring them up in my head, I bring them up, and it causes this fucking eruption in my stomach, and it's like fuel to my body, and
so
I go
you
get
use
it.
it. You use
Fuck yeah.
You use it.
Fuck yeah. But it's you got to be careful as well. Sometimes people can't handle that. But me, I love working in chaos. I'm more dangerous. I'll stay awake for that extra hour, editing my videos. I'll push myself a lot harder in the gym. I don't break my diet.
What was it though? What was it though? Because you've gone from, I'm going to end it, which is pretty much like I'm giving up,
That's it, I'm done, yeah.
to now I look at you and you got this unreal drive, this unreal lust for life, which obviously wasn't there 5-6 years ago. What was it? Was there a turning point?
That was the turning point. You know when you start living life, bro?
Was it that? Like, was it the attempted suicide?
It was an attempted suicide.
Or did something happen after that?
It was a lot of things, bro. It was a multitude of things. It was seeing how my mum saw me. It was the regret of making my mum go through these things. It was the regret of myself, bro. The regret of not, because you got to think now, I'm fucking 30, right? I lived 13 years or just over a decade doing fucking stupid shit. If I had used those 13 years, I probably wouldn't have to be working now. I could have been driven. I could have fucking a multitude of properties. I could have had a lot more. Because the money that I spent, I've done a fucking home loans, bro, and the amount of money that's gone through my hands. I realized, I figured out, when a man realizes he starts to be thankful for life when he knows he's only got one. And bro, with the amount of times that I've overdosed 2 times, right? So there was 2 times that I've completely died. So I didn't give a fuck then. I attempted suicide then, but when I attempted suicide, that was such a surreal moment. I'm like, bro, you only have one life. You just wasted 13 and a half years of your fucking life doing dumb shit. Goes, this is where we're gonna go get it. That's why I don't sleep, Bill. I don't sleep.
So it was an instant wake-up call.
Fucking oath, bro. Fucking oath. When you realize you only have one life, and I'm like, you know what, Christos, you've had a lot of fucking chances here. Knock on wood. Let's not push the fucking barrel anymore, and let's just go after it and push as hard as you can. That's why I don't have time for that. I don't have time for talking to girls. I don't have time for chasing Barnett, like left, right, and center, going around gallivanting, nightclubs, this, that, drink, benders, escorts. Bro, get them all out of my face, bro.
Huffley.
Fuck the Huffley. I don't have time. Like, the Huffley's still here, bro, but the Huffley's gone, bro. The Huffley's at the gym at Saturday night training with Big Moe and Adam.
It's a different lifestyle, isn't it?
Fucking oath, bro. And the boys that I hang out with now, when I asked God last year, I'm like, bro, please bring me some boys that are in line with me. He gave me these 2 boys, bro. And these boys, unbelievable, bro. Every single day in the gym. We have
It must be more than the gym though with these boys.
Ah, fuck
because
yeah.
the way your face lights up when you talk about them.
Oh, bro, I can't explain to you. Like, it gets to the point where, like, we have a group chat, right? And like, it's our rest day. It's a fucking Wednesday. We're talking to the group chat. Hey boys, what are you doing? I'm like, they're like, Moe will go to me. Hey bro, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm just in my bed. He goes, cuz, this is fucking shit. I wish we could just go to the gym and hang out. Because that's for us is our, we love it so much in the gym, but we love each other's company so much. But we push each other. It's like when we go there, like a lot of people come up to us, talk this, that, girls, this, but we're there and we're training and like, if you look on my videos, bro, there's times where like you feel like you've got nothing left in your tank, and then Moe will say something to you like, oh, like there's a video that I took, and it was a fucking moment. I think I've done like a 30 rep drop set. So it started 4 plates, then 3 plates, then 2 plates, then 1 plate. It got to the point where I was at the 2 plates. Oh, I had nothing left in the tank. He's like, ready? He goes, just remember, there's no one in this fucking gym that trains like us and trains like how we are. You're my brother, I'm here for you, let's go. It's light, yalla, come on, let's go. And I sit and I do an extra 20 sets. It's moments like that. It's moments like that. Like now I have my brotherhood, like I used to crave brotherhood in that life, but I've gained brotherhood in the gym with these blokes. And like, bro, they don't break. They don't break. They have families, they have kids. But they don't party. There's no hustlers with these boys, bro. These are very good boys. They don't take drugs. They don't sell drugs. They got businesses. They're very smart boys. They're very, very smart boys. Especially Moe, bro. Both Moe and Adam, they're brothers. Me and Moe are the same age. Adam's 2 years younger than me. Like, younger than us. But that was one of the greatest gifts that I've gotten is them two boys.
It really is who you surround yourself with, isn't it?
Bro, and then George Mass. What a bloke, bro. Me and him make funny videos together. And bro,
I've seen a couple of those videos.
cuz,
They're
bro,
hilarious.
that bloke, I swear to God, that bloke, I'm telling you right now, he's so educated in the gym. He is one of the funniest blokes you'll ever speak to in your life. He has this fucking aura about him. Like, I'm telling you, when the camera goes on, bro, this cunt, I don't know how he does it, but these moves, the way he talks, the way he thinks, the way he scripts his videos. Like, I've learned, that bloke, God bless you, George, I love you with all my heart, bro. He has taught me so much. He's taught me how to edit videos. He's taught me how to transition all my videos. He's taught me how to put audios, how to drag audio, how to make it look better. Going down to the detail of even scripting the video. So when it comes to video time, it's all right, boom, 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 boom. Edit video, done. Produce, done. Finish on the internet. And there's some videos that the funniest videos and fucking Instagram has taken them down or TikTok's taken them down. And we both got strikes for it. But it's just that he's unbelievable. That guy is very, very talented, man. And he's going to make a big one day, I'm telling you. He's a very good, like we train together, like we'll train sometimes, a couple times during the week if we're not making fucking funny videos together. But he's very educated in the gym, very smart, bro. Very, very smart. If anyone needs a coach, awesome coach.
So, where to from here?
Sky's the limit, brother. Sky's the fucking limit. So now I make the videos with George and stuff like that. Have a laugh, you know. Hopefully, like my dream is to stop construction possibly one day if I can afford it, bro, and just focus on my life full time. Build a big following, open up a couple businesses, have my fingers in everything, because I wanna, when I start a family, bro, because I don't know, bro, you're probably going through the same thing. Like, I wanted to take my kids to school, bro. I want to pick them up from school. Playing sport, like, my father couldn't always attend my...
For me, I'd say this to a lot of people. You know, people measure their success based on how much they have in the bank or what they own.
I don't want to know about that.
But for me personally, if you're able to drop your kids off at school, if you're able to pick them up from school...
That's, for me, 7.
If you're able to go with them to their extracurricular, watch them play soccer or jiu-jitsu or whatever it is they do, then you're successful. That's true success.
Because I know what I'm saying, because my father was... My father's a great fucking athlete. He played basketball and soccer for Greece. Like, anything that bloke touched when it came to sport, unbelievable. My father never drugs, never smoke, never alcohol. Like me and my father now, like when I was younger, he goes, "You have taken nothing from me, this and that, yada, yada, yada. You're nothing like me. You'll never be anything like me." But as I've gotten sober, I've realised, bro, I'm exactly like the cunt. Exactly, because my dad's got a very addictive personality too. Any sport that he played, he rinsed it, bro.
100%.
Rinsed it. Basketball, soccer, bodybuilding, whatever it was, he was good like that. So having my father in my life, whenever he came to watch the games, like I was so, my father set the bar so high for me and my brother. It was just like, fuck, like you're constantly looking for him on the side. And there'd be some weekends, bro, like you're playing great, you're playing fucking a big level of rugby league. And like, you're looking at the sideline, like everyone's got their mums there, everyone's got their dads there. And like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but they got to fucking work. They got food to pay for, mortgages, this and that. I'll never ever knock them for that, because they're our parents, bro. They've done everything they possibly can to make sure we had everything. But when you look on it, when you're a kid, bro, and you're looking on the sideline, you're like, fuck, bro, where's my dad? Fuck there, bro, where's my mum? And you know the times that they're not there, you played the best game of your life. And you're like, fuck, bro, I wish they were there. I wish they were there, bro. Yeah. But the times that were there, especially my dad was the type of dad that screaming off the fucking sideline. Because, like, you got to look, like, my dad was, like, so into his sport. Like, he knows, you know? And, like, your coach will tell you something, and then your dad's telling you something, you're like, which one do I make? Don't fucking listen to your coach, listen to me, you know what I mean? Like, and if you don't listen to him, you're going to cop it in the car. Oh, bro. But when it came to boxing, I didn't want my dad there. My mum couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Like, I boxed for 7 years, bro. Like, that was a big part of my life too. Boxing was a very big part of my life. 7 years, in and out. In and out of those gyms, bro. Just punching on. I had the best trainer ever, Birchie. He was the only person, like when I went to rehab, bro, he was the only person that contacted me every single fucking day. There was no friends. They were all gone, bro. All those rubbish mates, you think they're going to call you? They're thinking they're going to come to rehab and check on you? No one's coming, bro. You're on your own. That's when I realized, bro, when you're going through shit, you're on your own, bro. There's no mummy, there's no daddy, there's no this, no that.
No one's coming to save you.
Nah. And that's when you go through, I feel like life is a big fucking lesson. And then when you got all these tools in your bag, brother, you're fucking, no one can touch you.
It's just God gearing you up.
Yeah, like I know for a fact, bro, like people wouldn't last 2 seconds in my fucking shoes. And me knowing all the shit that I've been through in my life, you couldn't walk 2 days in my shoes. I'm not trying to be a cocky cunt or anything like that, but that's the fact. You told me if you can go all through all of this and be the person that I am now, because some you'd be better off in a fucking mental institution than some people, bro. But I'm just a getter, bro. I just get after it every day.
What's the goal? You must have a goal. You must have a plan.
Now,
what's
right
the goal?
now, this
with everything that you've learned, everything you've been through, the drive that you've got now, the ambition. What's the goal?
I told myself this year, 2025, and I done a post about it. I said, 2025, I'm going to make you my bitch. So my thing was like, okay, we've been through all this, Christos. We've got all the tools in our bags. You put your backpack on. All right, let's go. So for me, it's to build up a big enough following so I can inspire and help people go through the same shit that I've gone through, because you don't need fucking psychologists. You don't need that shit. I believe you need people that have gone through that and worse to guide you. So that for me is my dream, is to help people. Is to help, especially kids, bro. I've got a soft spot for kids, especially when they come from broken families, this, that, and they've gone down bad avenues, drugs, young age. That breaks my heart, bro. Because they, unfortunately, their choice wasn't like my choice. Their choice was kind of forced. My one was a choice. Their choice wasn't like mine. So even with grown-ups, bro, I want to help people get out and get out of all the shit that they've gone through, and I want to be that person to take them out. Even if like all my videos are funny, yeah, but everyone thinks like, okay, he does funny videos, he does gym videos, yeah, la la la. No. There's a complete other side of me, this dark side of me that I've kept away for a long time, but now everyone knows it. Everyone's gonna know it too. So this is my thing. I want to help. I want to make people's life, and through my videos, or
you want to inspire people.
I want to inspire people, and I want to make sure I get them out. Even if one video changes your life, or even if I meet up with y'all and I become a coach, a mindset coach, or something like that. That's the goal for me, is to help.
Use your experience.
Yeah, because I believe not many people have gone through what I've gone through, and I know I'm different to every other male out there. A lot of people nowadays. There's a lot of blokes like, you're the same, bro. You'll do the same shit. You're at nightclubs every weekend. We're getting on a hafle with the boys. That for me doesn't do it for me. And I refuse to be with a girl that corresponds to life like that too. Yuck. Get away from me.
Family and kids on the cards?
Fucking, I hope so, bro. I hope so. I'd love to be a dad, man. Man, that's what, remember that thing that I was telling you, like I'm going through, like I've gone through relationships, bro. Like, fucking, like, they talk about like marriage and kids and shit. I'm like, bro, get the fuck away from me. I don't want to talk about that shit. But this one here, I don't know, bro. I actually saw myself being a dad for the first time in my life, bro. Hey, but man, look, if it happens, it happens. It doesn't, it doesn't. Like, I'm okay with that too.
And man, you've given yourself up to God, you know, so things happen the way they're supposed to happen.
Yeah, like now, like I don't, when you live life with God, bro,
you're never alone.
Nah, you tend not to care. Because, bro, you're like, it's in God's hands now.
Whatever happens, happens.
Nah.
You can only control what you can control.
That's right,
Everything
bro.
else is up to God.
That's right. Like, I don't care. Like, I go to church every Sunday, you know. Maybe not this Sunday. I didn't get this Sunday because I had stuff to do. But yeah, I live my life. I pray every night, and I pray for that individual as well, even in this time of separation. And but I'm not gonna sit and wait around if something happens. Like, if something else comes along, bro, what do you do, bro? It's life, man.
What message do you have for the young boys around our community that are going through the shit, that have been through the shit, don't know how to get out of it?
Stay away, bro. Just fucking stay away. Get yourself into a gym. Find like-minded people. Not like-minded people on the street. Go to the gym, this, that, smoke pot, do drugs. No. Put your fucking self in the gym or do some sort of martial art. Like for me, boxing, put that
discipline.
Yeah, that fucking, like, it's either in that moment, because you live by the sword, you die by it. You can do and have as much violence as you want, but when you're training with an athlete and you're in those four corners, bro, there's no running away, bro. You got 6-7 rounds of mayhem in there. And that builds character too, bro. Especially when you got a fucking crazy coach. Like my coach, my trainer, Birchie, he's been through a fucked up life too. And he knows. But he's the type of person like, yeah, you land a shot at me? Yeah, come on, pussy, give me more. That's that mentality you need to have as a young kid. Like, yeah, like, I'm unbreakable. You can't break me. And if you put that into every single day of life, man, fuck, you've been like no one will be able to touch you. Because, you've already beaten yourself. Like, I know I can't be broken. You can't break something that's already broken, bro. I'm broken. But I've put myself back together piece by piece multiple times. So if I break, I'll put myself back together. Just another day for me, baby.
Just makes you stronger.
Yeah, just another day for me. Another day in the office. You know what I mean?
Chris, man, your journey is very inspiring.
Thanks, bro.
What you've been through, what you've been able to get yourself out of, and who you are today should be an inspiration to all the young boys around our community
Thank you so
that
much.
are going through the shit and have a goal to get out of it.
Yeah, bro. I believe God put me through this journey for a reason, and I feel like this is my this is my reason, this is my purpose, and I know there's no greater feeling of knowing what your purpose is too, because you can live your whole life like there's people fucking married with kids and they don't even know what the fuck to do with themselves. But when you live your life with purpose and you're working towards a goal day by day by day by day, bro, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
I'm very confident you're going to be able to put that energy into something special, which is going to translate into your real life.
I hope so, bro.
And I'm very confident you're going to be able to help a lot of people that have gone what you've gone through.
I hope so too, bro. So, God willing, it will happen, man.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, bro.
Never change.
Nah, I won't.
Be you. Be unapologetically you.
Never change.
And man, I'm glad I met you that day at the gym.
Me too, bro. You changed my life, bro. This is the reason. Like all the videos, all the content, all this, it was you, bro. You changed my life.
Man, that's extremely humbling, bro.
Thanks, bro.
I appreciate
Honestly,
that,
bro,
man.
It means a lot to me, bro.
I'm glad I was able to put you on the right path.
Yeah, you did. Took a while, but we got there. And
I have no doubt in a couple of years, people are going to say, do you know Christenacious?
Yeah. I'm the reason that he's where he is now. Hopefully living in Dubai or something like that. It'd be hectic.